And here we are back in OpenTTD, joining us for our little adventure here. And yes, so for this episode, after last episode, we already upgraded a bunch of things, and things are running a lot smoother, especially around the Wilmarkt area. I think it's time to re-look at our original idea, which was to get engineering supplies, at least midterm. Like maybe not this episode yet, but we want to get here to Weißenkirch auf der Wagram, and we have already built up our connection here to Vikasavici, had all of this little conflict here that already took several years to resolve with the mayor, but now it's time to get back to that original purpose, to get a connection here to Weißenkirch and then also to these engineering supplies. There's also a hotel here, the Hotel of the French, which requires food, alcohol. You can bring passengers here, and it will also generate passengers, so that does sound pretty decent. So we could also build a nice passenger connection here. Maybe that's probably the first thing that we do. The question is, of course, how do we want to connect it up to our network? So I'm thinking very likely passenger station could be here, and a goods station could be on this side of the little river here. Then the connections would need to run down here. We could run them through the farms, but let's try to avoid it and run them down here, and then we could cross over into that area. But I'm thinking it probably is better to run them by Obrovna and run them up here to St. Michael, and then along here, and then do a larger joining of the tracks here, because I don't think I want to touch this single track stuff that we have going on here. I think we're going to join them up directly to the main line so that we're not clogging up the more or less cargo focused area in the Iron Peninsula. I think that's definitely more of a cargo area, and we want to leave that alone. So I think that's the plan for the operation. And we're going to immediately start off with that, because I don't want to get distracted again and work on 20 different other things instead. So we are going to build a nice passenger station. British platforms. I think that could work. Potentially, yes. Early UK buildings. Modern. I'm always a little bit lost on the options. Maybe I have too many installed and not all of them are sensible because I don't end up using them, maybe. I think those look nice though. So let's try to use those. Number of tracks 2 probably. At least beginning with 2. So building a passenger station here. I would like to move it back a bit, I think, or maybe a bit here over so that we have more space. Yeah, something like that. Definitely cost us a pretty penny. But yeah, that is where we're gonna build our passenger station here. That's gonna be it. Yeah. So here goes up and down, but we probably want to get down here, and that will mean that we'll build a few bridges here. Whoop, that is not good. Found out you can actually, without destroying the bridges, change them. I'm thinking I like the way this is more or less coming together here. Running past the farm, so you have a nice view from your window when you're departing from the grill and rooms station. I don't think so, my friend. Definitely no on this one. Let's rename that. This is just gonna be the Weißenkirch auf der Wagram station. Nothing more needs to be said here. So flattening that out after the bridges. Does it look okay? I think it would look nicer if we... Yeah, did it like that. I think it's okay. Then we have a few bridges coming up here. They're going to join up here. Yeah, the terrain in this area here is nice hilly, but that's also what I actually like about this map, that it looks interesting. What I don't know about is this here. So I'm thinking to maybe get them up here, because I think then the bridges look a little bit nicer. Okay, and then we have to go to the left here anyway, so I might do that before here, because going through these hills is a bit painful. In fact, I might have better done it already down here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this was a mistake. Yeah, little mistake. I will reconsider that. So we have to get down. So let's try to get down here maybe. Although it's a bit, I don't like that it's so close to everything. So let's do it like that. Yes, and those bridges we can get out. That's also nice. Then we will cross the little stream here and then run them probably. This makes no sense. We don't go down and then up again, so another small mistake by the railway company. Yeah. And now the question is, do we want to go here immediately over already? Because it would really be helpful. Otherwise we would go over here, but what's the advantage? Then we're just passing here between those farms. I think it is a good place. And yeah, this is gonna need some terraforming. I don't know that, I don't like that it will, one time it will end here and one time it will end one tile further along. So I tend not to like that. Although yeah, we could put the next one to the left of it, to the right of it from here. Yeah, that's fine. It will be very cash. Yeah, it will be costly. So the normal one here is 23. I think we might actually get away with just building one for now. We always end up upgrading, of course, once we have the money. So let's try to go along with one for now. And here we will split it out again into 2 tracks. And now the question is, how do we get up here? So I'm thinking just going along the coast here, because there everything is pretty level. We could go onto this elevation here. It's pretty hard probably to see that on the video. Even for me here, it's pretty hard to see the elevation differences. It's definitely one of the less strong suits of the game, I think, that it doesn't make that perfectly easy to see. So nice long diagonal. Diagonals in this game are quite good because the trains do tend to run faster on diagonals, which is very weird, but that's how it is. I think we're gonna go out of the high-speed mode. We're already like earning too much money, and actually now that we have so much money, I think it's time. Oh, not borrow more money. It's actually time to pay off our debt. Finally, it's been a while. It's not been a priority, but it's fine. It's fine. Happy to be debt free and also have 100k in the bank. That is definitely a good feeling. So the point of joining should be like joining on diagonals is a bit of a pain. But I'm thinking, what is going to be the main line? It's going to be this one. That's the main problem. So this one should be joining on the main line here. It doesn't have to go south. So I guess we could make a very simple join. Yeah. I think there's no reason why we shouldn't. Just like that, in theory. So, because we don't want to go left here. So it doesn't need to be extremely effective or anything. It just needs to work. And that it does. And that was quite a bit easier than I anticipated. Then we're going to signal it all the way up to the back and then put a few signals here. Perfectly well as well. Yeah. We're going to place a few maintenance depots here. And then we're already looking pretty darn good. We can passengers food here. They can accept passengers. They produce passengers, I suppose, from food and alcohol and things. They were not gonna have passengers initially. Although in theory, there are a few houses here around, so maybe does that get some passengers from that? No, it doesn't seem like it's in the vicinity. They also started to hate us immediately because we are like helping the local economy grow. Yeah, who wants that, right, guys? Yeah, let's build some roads. I think I like to build roads here now next to them because definitely makes them not build their houses immediately on the tracks. They tend to do that, which is super annoying. Then I can remove the road later if I want to expand the railway, which we probably want to do. So if they're not going to have so many passengers right now, I'm just gonna have to try to avoid on the right side here because we're gonna build another station later on there. If they're gonna have not so much passengers right now here, we'll just build a bus service. I think that's a very easy way to get things going, and I think the city center should be rightly covered here. Yes. Now this is confusing, why they named that one a bit more. So let's call that like the Marktplatz, the centers of the city or the trading happens. I think that makes sense, and the naming is fine. And here we are just going to put something here and then run a few little buses for them as our usual steam bus, although just for making it a bit different. Why not? This is like a nice resort town. They don't like steam. Let's give them like horse-drawn carriages or something, like something a little bit different. Yeah, stagecoaches. Let it be a bit more fancy than steam engines. So 4 of them should be fine. Yes. Then we have a little bit of a transport running here to the train station, and then we will build a small passenger service. And the only way we can run it is to the capital city because we decided not to run to Mikasavici. But that's okay. I think that's fine. So it will be our very expensive Lady of the Lake with the 4 thing here. Alright, we will hopefully be able to afford the second one. So Weißenkirch ob der Wegrahm. And then run it all the way up here to the Wilmart Central Station. And duplicate it, and then we are going to run them on a schedule. And I will start one of the first, and I think that should be good. It will create a bit of demand here. Because initially there will be no passengers in the first round usually. Let's wait until there's a few passengers. So now there's a few passengers wanting to, they saw like, wait, what? There was a train? A train? I would have wanted to get on that. Why didn't nobody tell me? You know, they're all at the train station complaining about it, wanted to go. They all wanted to go. And then we're pulling up with a second train to get them and make them happy. Yeah, so the train should get about 200. So just to make it profitable, we'll just wait a second here and let them now get in. And I'm just observing here from the corner of my eye that this main route here is very much crowded with a lot of trains. So it might be worth thinking about upgrading the main line here. Because those trains here with the iron ore, yeah, they're making our high-speed passenger railway service a little bit less high-speed, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the gist. Sorry, I was doing a little bit stupid stuff with my computer. So now let's get back into the game here quickly and take a look at our train as it's running. I just want to run it to Wilmart because I was interested to see what was the demand here in Wilmart for this train. So we can just quickly jump there and take a look. And things are running here, 200 passengers, and there's a good amount to go to Weißenkirch. So I think this will very quickly pay itself off this nice little new connection that we built. And sometimes trains get lost. It's because they took a wrong turn to repair something, and then they will recover. So I'm not too worried about that. And here the internal thing also makes the town grow a little bit. And that is the scary part, because before it actually grows significantly, I think we want to build the cargo station down here, so that we are ahead of the town, occupying our precious space. For this we will go again with these IRS stations, which I'm not sure what ISR stands for, probably some abbreviation. And here we will pick up the engineering supplies. So this is the higher elevation. I think it would be nice if it was on the higher elevation, but that's fairly far away. Yeah. It's too close to the water, but we need to get into range, otherwise we're not in the range of this thing. I think maybe we just put it like that. That's just barely still in the range. It's very stupidly placed here in the city, because we cannot reach it very easily. So I think the only good way to reach it is here. If we even have like one out, it's not going to be reachable, so then so be it. It will be placed here. And yes, then that means also we'll have to get up here. Or do we? We don't. Don't have to get up there. Could just cross over here and then we're perfectly fine. Yeah. Things have a habit of working themselves out here. So we're already claiming that sort of area here before Weißenkirch gets upset, and they already are upset. So then here I would like to restructure your road a little bit, if I'm allowed to. So the level crossing is fine, we're not too unhappy about that, that's fine. But it would be a bit on the other side here, and yeah, we can connect that. then we will need to join that up. I think there is no chance it will run to the central station, so again we will run a very simple connection here where it only joins on the one side, which makes them much easier. And that should be already it. Except of course the signaling, which we do want to take care of because we do probably run a few more than one trains here in the end. And then also, just for fun, converting the outgoing signals here. I think actually it doesn't help. Depends on the situation, but that would help. Okay, they just built a new church here, I just saw. Interesting. So yes, this one is a central. I disagree with the naming that they're putting on these stations. This will be the cargo terminal, because it basically will pick up and deliver from here. So we can deliver mail, china clay, food, and goods. Primarily, we need to get goods down here because goods will be giving us engineering supplies, and we are producing goods right now. We're delivering them to Wilmart. So this would be just a simple redirection and expanding by putting a few more trains on it. So Saltwarren, already this is a pretty good money maker here. So Saltwarren to Wilmart, this will be renamed to Saltwarren to Weißenkirch. And you, sorry, didn't want to turn you around. You will not go to here, but rather to here, to the cargo terminal. Delete. And here you are. Right now this is a pickup service. It's waiting in the station, which blocks the station. Actually a bit confused why this is blocked somehow. Maybe because of my turning around thing, because this shouldn't be blocking. It needs to go to Mittenbergen. Why you cannot go there? Because it's waiting. Because it's blocked here. Interesting. Yeah, so this is like doubly bad, essentially. So the trains from Mittenbergen are waiting here, but also the steel train needs to be able to deliver to here. So we cannot expand it because we want to have like multiple of these trains here, but we don't want to have a situation where it blocks it. So I think I'm going to solve that by putting up a drop-off station, or a pickup station rather, probably somewhere. A pickup station would require like a loading area, but there's enough space for us to build one. Thinking so, yeah. So yeah, this will be the stamp and plate. Interesting naming. And we are going to optimize this. This can go all the way down here. This one also, while we're at it. Yes, and then because we have like potentially trains waiting here, we're going to have like a long lead into it. That's the first idea. And then the second idea, for departure, we are going to how can I not make that? So we're going to build a bridge here to get it to the other side, and then we will join it up here as well. It can also be a little bit of a lead, just so that the train can accelerate before it gets onto the main line. Yeah, those ones are the wrong ones. Like, they're also the wrong ones here, technically. It's so important here that they wouldn't hurt. Let's say it like that, I think. Okay, interesting. Cannot convert here. So let's just remove them. And here we have an in lead and here an out lead. Well, this one is kind of redundant. Okay, this is fine. So this is the train that's going to pick up. So instead of going there, we're going here for pickup. Full load, any cargo. We're going to delete that and we're going to skip that so that you can go directly to Weißenkirch. And that is great. I don't actually know how it actually works here with regard to where the train puts stuff on. Does it continue to put goods now on this station, or can it be smart? Don't actually know. So then let's test that out. So we will just surprised they're on the wrong track here, to be honest. That's really bad. That indicates to me a problem. So they went on the wrong side here. So we definitely have to put some signaling here. Yeah, that's how accidents happen, guys. If you don't respect the signals. So the goods train's already coming. So we are going to clone this one because for sure we'll need a few more than one. And we are going to send it up there to see if it can stop. Don't deliver it yet. Because otherwise maybe the delivery gets lost, I'm not sure. So is it smart about that? So does it put goods on this station here? Yes, it does. That's stupid. Did it put some goods here for this train to pick up? Yes, it did. So I'm gonna chalk that up as probably it will kind of figure out that the goods are picked up from the other station eventually. And that it will no longer put stuff here. Is that how it works? I don't know. Actually, I never had this problem before that I had like kept the original station but also put a new station. Usually I obviously delete the original one. So right now the goods production is also not extremely high. Let's just check how the steel train is doing if you're also going to need a second steel train. Right now there is quite a lot of steel, so it seems like when it arrives it will definitely depart already immediately. But it's not overflowing to the craziest degree, so we've had this running for a long time. And if there's not a million lying here, then it's probably an indication that it's not a major overflow. Yeah, it picked up everything, so it seems like it's doing quite okay. It's scaling correctly. I'm thinking that while it's working, I think there's an opportunity to increase the speed here. So we're just gonna replace that and make the speed here faster. And I'm also thinking that now that we're doing the good train on this long haul run, I think there's also a good chance that that's a good idea. So we'll just also replace the engines on the goods trains, including the one that we just purchased. And that's all good. So I want to take a look at that train, where it is here right now, because I'm thinking to maybe already start a pickup for the engineering supplies. Because otherwise they do get lost when the goods. Did we put it to the right station? Yeah, right? The cargo terminal, yeah. So we are going to get here engineering supplies, but only if a train is here to pick them up. But where do we want to deliver them? I guess the easiest one would be something like here for now, like as a first step. Just deliver them directly to these here on the road. I suppose so. Yeah, but the question is like, how do we distribute it? I think that's a little bit of a challenge. Actually a bit unsure. We also have no way to put a train here from there, so since the goods train is coming, they might turn left here to repair, and that would be super annoying because the goods train was coming a long way. So we'll also put like a few repair opportunities here instead. And I think we're going to make a very small, fast train that can deliver those engineering supplies to a few places. That's, I think, the best way. So the best way would be to get these wood-framed vans. And they do how much? 18 crates of engineering supplies. And when we want to go here with the production higher, we have to deliver 80 crates. So 80 crates per month, I think that is. How much can we produce here even? Like, that's the other restriction. Maybe we don't produce as much yet. We only produce 52, so we could only get basically, if we delivered more, of course we could get more production here, up to 640, but let's assume we're not having that much. I think let's try to get to the 16 here at least. I think that makes sense. That would be 1 or 2 wagons. So let's not make it too crazy. Let's get 3 wagons. So just a very, very small train right now. It will come here, pick up engineering supplies, and then it will bring them here to the Imtal station. Then it will come back here, pick up engineering supplies, and then it will bring them here to Fesselkirchen. Then it will come back here, get engineering supplies, and bring them here to... There is no station here that produces. Okay, then let's just go with those 2 for now. Did I miss one? One here. Then these ones we cannot turn left right now. Okay, then full load, unload and leave empty, unload and leave empty. And then this train will just be a quick runner to get things delivered. So we're gonna check in on our train, though this main line is way overflowing with too much things. Things are breaking down, slowing down. This Ilmtal needs also passing, so this is also a potential opportunity for things to slow down unnecessarily. There's so much to do as always. Yeah, we're enjoying here, going by the Wagram River, I believe it's called, if I recall. We're going to cross over it in a bit. St. Michael is a bit mad at us. But there's only one guy who's very dedicated to football, but he hates us. Like his house in the football stadium. Alright, that's fine. We'll make him happy later. And now we're slowly going by a small village, which name here, Orbranovna. And here's the runner. Wait a second. Stop. Why are you running already? Did you get engineering supplies? Oh, you can pick engineering supplies up without delivering anything. That's new to me. I thought you need to I thought it means requires. I thought requires means you have to get that in order to pick up the other stuff. That is cool, actually. That's way better than I thought. But yeah, then maybe that change here with the goods train was a bit redundant. Alright, then that maybe was not needed. And we could probably expand our things also, but don't need to rush that either. One sec, I messed up again. But yeah, I think we are at a good stopping point anyway. So I think let's call it here. And we made some good progress. And we already made the first steps towards increasing our production. Let me just quickly check here on, we're going to deliver to Imtal. That's the only last thing that I want to quickly do. We're delivering here to Imtal the engineering supplies, and that should give us enhanced production then. So let's just quickly wait for that, because that would be a good conclusion to the episode. So we can get more production. Do we see that somewhere? Don't think we directly see it. Also, Imtal is only having one train. All right, that's it. Thanks. See you next time. That was great.